Try to get yourself into a position that feels good too. So you're comfortable, but yet you're awake. Breathing in and out, feeling the air around you, maybe even smiling. Just see if you can start listening to the sounds around you. Notice if you can even get a sense of the space between the sound and you. So, for example, if you're hearing birds chirp, maybe just feel the distance between you and the chirping birds. Something is inside the household, maybe it's a little bit closer and you can feel yourself closer in space based on that sound. Or if it's maybe traffic that's really far away, maybe sticks out for some reason, you're able to just hear that and notice the distance between that sound and it coming to your ears. And as you breathe in and out, see if you can also notice the relationship to that sound as well and the distance. Just do this for about 10 breath cycles. If you can close the eyes, have them closed and set an intention to hear. You may notice that you have an opinion about these sounds, maybe a sense of liking or disliking. Just notice that that opinion is there, if it is, and try to come back to center through the breath and through the intention of listening and hearing. Inhale, I am breathing in. Exhale, I am listening. And as you're listening, pick one sound that maybe stands out more for you than others. Maybe something you're a little objective about. It's not really something you like or you dislike. You just happen to notice it stick out more than others. And just bring it into your awareness by focusing your full intention on it. Imagine what it looks like. Describe it. Allow the vision around it to build up with your eyes closed. Get a sense of what it would look like, what the texture is. Notice how it makes you feel. Notice if it's something that you're hearing through your ears or somehow it goes deeper than your ear. Somehow you embody the sound further. Sometimes this can be vibrations, for example, feeling vibrations. I want you to continue listening. And now I'd like you to listen for the singing bowl. Allow your vision to build around that sound as you hear it. Try to really have this sense of gratitude and having this ability to listen as you hear this all the way until the last rung. Keep breathing. See if you can find peace or a sense of quietness now. And with that peace and quietness, I want you to bring attention to your feet. And today we're going to notice if our body is speaking to us. And as you have your mind set with an intention to bring awareness to your feet, I want you to wiggle the toes gently. And as you wiggle those toes and you feel the floor beneath you, I want you to just notice the sense of security that comes from the floor. And as your feet are rested upon the floor, the soles of your feet extended out from toe to heel. I want you to feel the full body of the foot, of both feet, I should say. With your eyes closed, see if you can have this sense of peace and quietness to listen to your feet. The first impression that comes up or the first thought that comes up for you, allow that to be what you listen to. Remember, listening doesn't mean that you respond, it means that you're silent and you're listening. And it doesn't mean that you agree, it just means that you are listening. So, see if you can have this objectiveness through each part of the body that we move through as we journey through the body. This sense of listening and peace. And today, our cues are going to be filled with more silence so that you can listen to your body more so than listening to me. I will just be a guide. Keep breathing in and out. Just notice the way it looks as it comes to you and speaks to you and your feet. And you may notice there's other sounds as well that come into your awareness, and that's fine. Just try to be as intent as you can on listening to the feet, using the breath to help you stay in the moment and stay present with your feet. Use your breath to make peace with whatever is being said and allow it to just be there and let it go as you move up to the ankles. It's not being disregarded, it's just something that we can make peace with for now and continue our journey. And try to greet each part of your body as a friend would greet you or as you would greet a friend. So you can have that warm, welcome kind of attitude, this attitude that you have a great friend in your body, at each part of your body. And you feel your ankles, notice the full length of the ankle and see if your ankles are speaking to you at all. And if they don't, for any part of your body, that's fine. See if you can just be in this moment of harmony with that part of the body using your breath. Bring your awareness now up from your ankles, allowing whatever was there to be at peace with, using your breath to let go. Coming now up to the lower legs. Feel the full length of the leg from the knees down to the ankle. Starting on the back of the leg, feel the calf. And whatever first comes to mind, allow that to speak to you for a few moments. Intentionally using your breath as you listen. Your next inhale, breathe into that space, that sense of peace and acknowledgement. And on the next exhale, let it go as you move forward to the front of your leg. The sense of having a friendly attitude as you arrive there, as you feel the shins from the front of the knee down to the little place in the ankle where it kind of dips in. And this shin is strong and maybe it's a little bit harder because it's bone. I want you to feel the fullness of that. Feel the sides of the legs as well and the inner sides, how they vary in shape. And whatever the first thought comes to mind, allow it to just be there. Or impression doesn't always come in the form of a thought. It might just be a quick visual representation or a flash, and that's an impression. But whatever it is, allow yourself to just sit there and listen. It's okay if the mind wanders, bring it back with the breath and use your intention to bring that vision back to the legs. Breathe in the sense of peace with whatever is has come up for you. And then exhale and let it go as you come up through to the knees. Feel this joint area as a really critical area of your body. Notice the fullness of the knee, the front of the knee being hard, and the back of the leg being a little bit softer, a little bit thinner in skin. Whatever first impression or thought comes up for you, just stay with it. Notice too, while you're doing this practice, that sometimes we have certain ideas and beliefs about our body. Universally, a lot of us have made a decision about our knees, for example. Especially if we're aging, we feel like our knees could be giving out on us, and we automatically go to these thoughts. Try to just allow the thought to be there objectively without doing anything to attach to it. You're just letting it be there and making peace with it through the breath and then letting it go. No matter what, see if you can be friendly in these places where these habitual thoughts seem to be resonant for you. Breathing in and out. We're going to come up now, and before we move forward, let's breathe in the sense of peace to whatever our knees spoke to us. And then exhale and let go this non attachment sense of being. Awareness arrives at the thighs. Feel the full length of the thighs and notice the shape. Notice it's almost like a cylinder. It's long and round, maybe circular. Feel the full width of the thighs. Notice the beauty that they possess. And whatever comes up for you first, allow it to just be there. Try to be as objective as possible. And just sit with that for a moment. Remember, as you greet these um, feelings and thoughts and impressions, see if you can smile. As a friend would greet you, they would smile, right? You would smile to a friend. See if you can smile here, despite how you may feel. Just try to smile and see if that shifts the experience for you at all. And take a breath in and breathe in peace. And on the exhale, let it go. Whatever it was, let the conversation go. As we journey up and we migrate to the hips, through the pelvic bowl, from the left to the right, the sits bone. Feel the tailbone as it tucks down towards the seat and you feel this connection to the seat. You can even maybe squeeze the glutes a few times just to notice this area. And whatever comes to mind, allow that impression to come up first. And trust this first impression, this first thought that comes to mind. That this is the thought that has something to say. And you're just listening. Take a nice inhale in, breathe in so much so that you can really feel that breath reach those hips and the sits bone. And allow that peace to come inward. And then on the exhale, let it go. It's just like an acknowledgement, and then you move on. We're going to move up towards our bellies, the full front and back of our belly. Notice the navel. Notice the parts of the lower spine that connect and help this belly sit up. And you squeeze the core, also feel the muscles. See if you can smile here to the belly. And whatever comes up for you, allow it to be there without trying to adjust it or judge it. And just listen. And use the breath to keep your attention here. On your next inhale, I want you to breathe in a sense of peace to whatever is being discussed. And then exhale, let it go. Come up through the chest to the shoulders, down the shoulder blades. Notice on the inhale how the rib cage lifts up the chest, and just see if you can just feel at one here and feel at ease with the chest and the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And whatever comes up for you here, allow it to just be what it is and sit with it for a moment. And then inhale and breathe in the sense of peace, acknowledging that you are listening. Then exhale and let go. We're going to move up to our shoulders completely, the tips of the shoulders. Okay, come down the arms, through the inner arms, feel the armpit. Feel the elbows and the inner elbow where you would bend at the joint. Feel the full length of the full arm, the hands. And just notice this from the tops of the shoulders down to the fingertips. And whatever thought or impression comes up for you, allow it to be. And just listen. Maybe smile again as a friend would as you're listening. Keep breathing. Even the way your body is sitting at this moment and the way your hands are laying and the way your fingertips are. If your hands are maybe clenched together, I want you to try to open them. And if your hands are already open, I want you to just notice that. And the way we position our body a lot of times is the way our bodies are speaking to the outside world. And this is a really great place for us to know and have a sense of awareness of what our bodies are saying based on our hands, whether they're open or closed or clenched. You can just breathe into that space, that sense of acknowledgement. Allow that peace to come all the way down to the fingertips. And on the exhale, let it go. And while you let go, maybe let your fingertips be even more looser and lighter to touch. We're going to bring awareness now to our throat, from our throat to our jaw. Allow the tongue to fall away from the top of the mouth if you can. So you could be more open to receiving what the body is saying. Allow the face, the eyes, the head, the forehead, the sides, the temple, the cheeks. Allow it to speak to you, the first impression that comes to mind. Maybe you can smile here again, listening as a friend would listen. See if you can have this sense of peace as you breathe in, so let your full face and neck feel it. And on the exhale, let it go with the sense of confidence that you listen. And lastly, we're going to bring our awareness to our head, to every hair on the top of our head, even if we don't have a lot of hair. We want to bring it to the top of our head and feel that and maybe smile and really embrace this. Feel the length of the hair, the hairline, the back of the head, the nape of the neck area where the head connects. And just for a moment, see what it's saying to you. Make sure you're listening. Really feel the ears on your head and notice what hearing and listening sounds like when you're bringing it in internally to your head, to your mind. And whatever impression has come up for you, I want you to breathe into it the sense of peace intentionally. Maybe smile, and then exhale, and then let it go. Just for a moment, feel your full body in this practice, noticing the full body from the crown of the head to the feet. Try not to adjust or bring your mind to any place in particular, but just feeling the sense of wholeness as your body has spoken to you, as your mind and your emotions have spoken to you throughout this practice. Allow it to just be there and see if you can breathe in this big sense of peace. Embrace that. And on the exhale, see if you can let go with the sense of confidence that you listened. Nothing more than the fact that you just listened. You didn't make a decision because you didn't have to. You didn't have to have an opinion. It just was what it was. And if you did have an opinion, it was what it was. But you listened. You're welcome to stay in this meditation as long as you like. You can turn off the video and continue on, just listening to your body or listening to any part that felt more dominant and requires more of your attention. Take a few more breaths as you congratulate yourself on a job well done. You didn't have to come to practice today, but you did. And as you take in a breath or two, really smile inward. Even allow your eyes to smile as you thank yourself. And feel and show the gratitude to yourself for making this attempt to heal, to feel, to experience, and to be in the present moment. I thank you so much for joining me. Namaste and have a beautiful day. Thank you.